Y'all, that was good.
Yeah.
I know I enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Today we are here with our sponsor, Chef Scoota.
What's good? What's good, y'all?
All right, Chef Scoota, you got a lot going on.
I do.
Like, I'm so honored to be sitting here with you. Not only like you finna be a guest on the show today, but you here with your sauces today. Bam and bam. Let's talk about it. Like, which one is your favorite one?
All right, right now, I'm going to say Smoky Peach is my favorite one.
Okay, tell me a little bit about Smoky Peach. Because I haven't had the opportunity to have that when I had tasted the Virginia, but I ain't had a little bit of the Smoky Peach. So tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, so the Smoky Peach is more of like a sweet peach balanced pepper sauce with peaches and like flavor and deliciousness. It's very versatile. I put it in. You can put it in noodles, sauces, meats. It's good in everything.
Like cocktail, like it's a all over.
Yes, you can put it in a cocktail too. You can make a little Smoky Peach cocktail with a little bourbon, you know.
Okay.
Get your little one too, you know.
So do you get like more heat or more sweet?
I think it's balance.
Okay,
it just depends on your palate. Like that's the goal. I wanted to do something that they can actually, they can go across the board. Like,
okay, what is one of your favorite dishes like you cook with?
I like po' boys. I like.
Oh,
fried,
come on.
Yeah. I like doing bang bang like shrimp with bang bang sauce with it. I get that and then like some mayo.
Okay.
Sweet chili and it be baby.
All right.
It be good, y'all.
Okay. Tell us about your Virginia. Is it? Tell them because I didn't taste a little bit of it. So let's let them know about that Miss Virginia.
The Virginia Gold sauce, it is a mustard-based sauce, y'all. It got honey in it. It's a honey gold sauce. If y'all familiar, you've been to Memphis, y'all know we love honey gold sauce. It's kind of like a Carolina barbecue, but better. So, and it's mustardy, but I feel like it got like a kick that's very subtle. A lot of strong aromatics. It's not really no filler type of ingredients. It's like just straight flavor. So.
It's definitely giving like a type of like a dip,
yeah.
Like some you want to like dip your wings in, or like like throw their ranch to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like keep that ranch to the side. You don't need that ranch no more.
And they good at egg rolls too. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
ooh, I ain't tried it with egg rolls.
I did like some shredded like chicken, and I put the.
All right. Look, we got a new dish in. We're gonna try that. We definitely gonna try that. Where can they find your sauces? Like, and how much are they?
My sauces are right now. I'm doing a sale. The drip deal is 2 for $30.99. So
that's
good. $31, y'all. Get you a new sauce. Support black-owned business.
Yes.
Growing business, and it's not a small business. We're growing businesses.
I like that.
You can purchase the sauces now at chefscoota.com.
I like that. And you actually named the Miss Virginia after your grandmother, right?
Yes, my late grandma. This was her favorite sauce. This the one like she loved it. So.
I like that.
Shout out to grandma.
Shout out to Grands. I like that. Now you also do private cooking events.
Yes, I do. I host a monthly Afro DJ food tasting.
Period.
And it's probably the livest. I think it's the livest food tasting. In the South, in the country, probably. So.
Yeah, and I like that. You keep them different.
Each time is something. It's something to blow your mind. So.
Yeah, definitely so. Like I don't think people really, because even when I heard about it, I was like, what? Like I didn't know what I was in for. And when I went, it was definitely something I did not expect. But you kept it classy. Yeah. It was classy, it was elegant, and it was fun. And it was a little nasty, and I kind of like it.
Thank you.
I like that. I like it.
Just how I like it.
I like that. Now, according to your other events too, they're like turned into a networking event.
Yes.
And I love that.
You know, I'm big on networking. Like we're a family, so
yes.
I'm real big on like I know how it feels to like build something, and you build it by yourself. Like a lot of us, we come from different backgrounds. We all have different circumstances. So, like, I know how it feels to just be the lone wolf. So,
yeah.
Now it feels good to be in a place where, I'm growing and I'm meeting people and I'm collabing with dope entrepreneurs and bosses. Like, it's a vibe. Like,
definitely so.
And we just gonna turn up. Like, that's what I represent. So, this is, I don't know, this is just cool. Like,
I like that. Now, can people hire you to like do private chef shows or chef
Yes,
cooking?
yes, you can always book me at any time. DM, call me, text me. This is my livelihood.
Okay.
Just you know,
What are some meals that you prep cook for them, or what are some meals that you cook?
honestly, it just depends on the client. I'm not really the type of chef that's boxed in. I don't really have like a one type thing that I do. I have a degree, so I'm not just this ain't a hobby. I actually have a degree in this. I've been, I'm professionally trained.
He for real about he
Like yeah,
shit.
so I didn't just do it because the pandemic came or because the internet. Like this has been in the works for
Yeah.
years. So
And you love what you do.
I
I
really
like
do.
that. You cook with a passion.
I really,
And I
really
like
do.
that. I
Thank
really
you.
love that. So y'all get at Chef Scooter. Tell them again where they can reach you, how can they book you, and where they can get this sauce.
You can reach me at Chef Scoota with an A. www.thechefscooter.com. Y'all got me on Instagram, Facebook, all that. Chef Scooter on everything. So,
Everything. Period. Tell them again. It's 2 for $30, correct? For these
2
sauces
for
right now.
$30.99 right now, y'all. Get you one plus shipping. So, let's do it.
Period, Pooh. Check them out. Holla.
The sauce they got 'em deep in grandma told me back then I was
Big bag.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl, your neighbor, your home slice, your niece, your cousin, T Pretty Smile, back in the building once again. As you can see, we got some special guests on the floor today. We got Chef Scoota in the building.
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
Hey, hey. And as you can see, we also got the Cut Up Crew. We got JFL Fred in the building, and we got my boy Terrell in the building. So, y'all, it's about to be a great show today. We are about to talk about some biz naive. And as you know, the guests never know what we going to talk about. So, they don't know, but I know. And we about to get it started, okay? Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it. All right. So, today I want to talk about things other than monogamy. Okay? Period. So let's talk about it. I want to know, like, is monogamy like realistic in 2023?
Can I?
Go ahead. The flow is yours.
Me personally, I prefer monogamy, but I do see a rise in just things being a bit too open. Things now are kind of, everybody's so loose and open.
Okay.
Everybody, so with it. But I don't know. I'm not. I don't judge people. Some people you got the money, you can afford it, then it's your thing. But just multiple marriages, multiple partners, not my thing. I'm jealous. I'm not finna do that. Me personally, I'll be with my boo. I want you for me, like not for
Everybody
me,
else.
you, and plus 2, 3, 4. No, like that's mine. Like
Come here. You
now.
and me.
What would I say? Can it exist in 2023? Yeah, of course it can exist. So, yeah, it's happening and things like that. However, at the same time, I do see that other things are working out too, where people are happily in their relationships, where there are multiple partners and things like that. So, I am getting versions of how it can be successful. I can see how the opposite of monogamy, whatever the opposite of monogamy is.
Like polygamy, swingers. Like there's like a whole gist of other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see how like it can be like some challenges and things like that. Because like Scooter said, someone could be jealous a little bit there, and then I'm investing my energy into this person and that person. It's like a whole new schedule thing. So I'm not against it or for it or anything. I'm just neutral on it and things, because I definitely am one. Don't knock it till you try it and things like that, because we never know. I'm like, it'd be great to have somebody split these damn. It'd be great to have.
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying.
So I could appreciate that though. It does take a village to raise a family. When I have my kids, I would appreciate having a couple of other people watching.
I don't think that's the same thing. I can't compare that.
You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see, like I believe in it takes a village to raise a family and things
Yeah.
like that. I got more people to, to eat to
Depend on.
yeah,
Yeah.
or make or feel like I have people in my corner. I don't want to necessarily say depend on them, but just have more people in my corner where certain moments I will be transparent. Like certain moments, like now, the way I feel like now before I got on the podcast, like, wasn't feeling hearing things like that. But just knowing that you have other people in your corner will be a little bit more. You can go through that thing more gracefully and things like that. So just having those more people in your corner and feeling love, I definitely am one for love. So if it's true love out there, go ahead, making you happy. Hell to the hell, do you?
All right. Me, I feel like it can happen. I also feel like it just takes a mature person. You have to be mature to do whatever it is, whether you're a swinger, polygamy, all the other stuff, poly, all that. You got to be mature, and if you're not mature, then, or not even mature, you have to be, with it. If you're not with it, then obviously, monogamy can't happen. It's some people that probably want other people, but they know their significant other don't, and they're okay with it because, they're okay with, the situation. So I feel like, you got to know yourself. If you're not for it, be open with it, be honest with it. So I do think monogamy still can happen because I think a lot of people don't want that. And if you don't want that, that's fine. I don't feel like you got to force yourself to be not like that because of it's 2023 and other people want, other partners. If that other person want that other partner, then let that other person be with them other people. Don't force yourself to be in a situation. Yeah.
Well, those were cute
You
answers.
made me think
Those were cute answers.
Can I say something on that though?
Y'all made me think about something else too because we got monogamy and then you got the other alternatives, right?
Yeah.
People, I do well. Seeing the number of monogamy relationships where one partner will feel like, where one partner will be like, you cheated on me. I feel like, I think, not a feeling. I think that people like the idea of monogamy more than they actually or practicing.
Can I say something on that?
Monogamy is a practice.
Yeah.
But it's like when you step outside of monogamy and you may cheat or whatever, or you want to talk to your partner about bringing someone else in just for this one time, let's try it out. It's like, do we?
I got something to say about that.
I got some. I really got. Ooh wee.
When it comes to monogamy, is it like for one bro? It's like, are you only monogamy when you with this one person?
Right.
And when you cheat, it's like, okay, y'all can't. Monogamy is already gone because the other person.
Big facts.
This the thing though.
Can monogamy be part time? Like, okay,
Part time.
Is that part time?
No, because like if you cheat, then it's part time.
Nah, facts. That's facts. He's facts on that though.
Can I say I got?
He's facts on that
When
though.
is cheating part time?
No, I'm saying is monogamy part time when someone's cheat because it'll be full time if they stay faithful, but it's no longer monogamy if they step out, right?
This the thing though.
That's true.
In monogamous relationships, a lot of people don't know their partner. And this the thing. I feel like a lot of people, they still want to be hoes. Like,
Thank you.
if you still out here, you think you really want, like me. I used to think I want to be with somebody. Now I'm too focused. I'm like realistically, no, it's not gonna work. Like I'm not. I'm trying to build something, and like for me, I want that, but like realistically, like nah. But I see other people that do get in relationships, and it's like, you literally was just hitting me up. Then you was hitting up my friend. And but then you in a 3-year relationship. So it be like make sense. And it's like your partner know this one side. Like a lot of people be living double lives. Like a lot of people really do not know who they are. A lot of people like if you all be whole, like it's nothing wrong with it. Just stop wasting like people time. And like a lot of people they hide behind he didn't please me. Well, you knew,
Right.
You like multiple.
I was about to say,
you knew one person was not finna be able to please you before you got in it, and you played it safe, or was it beneficial? It's a lot of factors that go into it because it's not just about that, but.
I feel you on that.
I feel
like
like right now,
I think like what you. I respect people's relationship, but I think like you said, some people have to step back and evaluate they self before you even get into a relationship, and before you even know what you want. Know what expectations you want for yourself and from others.
Right.
Like I had to take a step back. Like I was going through relationships, and I got to a point where I'm like, I don't even want a relationship. And it's we ain't gonna talk about it, but it wasn't. I had to realize I don't want a relationship, and I don't want one now. And it's not like I've done wrong. It's just the fact that I'm settled. I'm settled with myself. I'm good with myself. Me and my Rose is good. You know what I'm saying? She do me right. And I'm focused so much, okay? But honestly, like I'm focused. My business is my relationship. My business is my man. Like I put so much energy into that's what it is. And I don't have time. And even if I got with somebody, I know in my soul.
Because when the deposit come for them gigs and the bookings, baby, it be better than the nut.
Well, I don't know about that, but
no. it be close enough.
But no, really, like I don't. And I know that if somebody wanted to be with me, I know, honestly, I wouldn't be able to give them as much what they want and what they deserve.
I feel it.
Yeah, I wanted to add on that. I think a lot of times why people get in that though is for these two things. A lot of times people are not open. I feel like you got to be open when you first get in a relationship. If one partner isn't for you, you need to let that be known. And I feel like a lot of reasons why it's not, especially in the 2003 high value man, high value woman, they see somebody that got a high value and they know losing that person is really a L. But my thing is, it's 7 billion people going on 8 billion people in the world. It's 1,000 others like that, So yeah, you may take a L losing this person, but you're not compromising yourself. You're not putting yourself in the situations that's not really good for you because you don't want to lose that person. Because if you know dang well, like he was saying, these people be other people DMs, but they know they want other partners, but their partner don't know that. And now, like Terrell said, they part-time monogamous, or they going behind their significant other back, or their significant other doesn't know these things because they was never up front. I feel like, that's because they don't want to lose that person. So they tell them the lies, knowing whole time that's not what they really want. You got to be honest. If you lose that person, just because you lose a good person don't mean you actually took a L. Like, yeah, it's a loss of a good person, but that good person may not be the puzzle to fit your, the right piece for your puzzle.
Speak that shit.
For real.
You can be the villain and the hero.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got Keisha in the parking lot.
Okay.
That's how shit go down.
And you know what? It was a word that y'all mentioned not too long ago, and I wonder if this plays a part of people not wanting to participate in monogamy, or how they view themselves when we like, okay, this person just wants to be a hoe or something like that.
Were they pusillanimous?
So, one that makes me think about what is you know what I'm saying? What is a hoe? You know what I'm saying? Necessarily, because if we were in a
sounds like a hoe. Sounds like something a hoe would say.
Sounds hoish.
If we were like
hoe vibes.
If we were in a space where no judgment will come about and things like that, I honestly think that it'd be a lot more happy people. Honestly, it's just because the fact that, okay, there's this word that's called a hoe, there's this word that's called a slut, there's a word that's called a whore and things like that, which kind of makes people not want to embrace who they really are if they're more sexually anyway. It's someone who wants to be open about their sexuality when the world thinks that what you're doing is a hoe. And so I can see how people would fall in love with the ideal of monogamy more based on how the world treats sex.
I kind of feel like that's an excuse for being a hoe.
I think they push being a hoe. I do not believe that.
They do. Being a hoe makes you a millionaire.
Let's be honest.
We the religious people be the biggest hoes.
Okay, but I'm saying we're in a religious country,
I vouch.
Right?
It's America. We are.
I second that motion, Scooter.
But look how many times we just said about people who don't participate. Look how we called them.
We be lying though. We know that they be capped. That be the image that we want to give to the world. Everybody know America. Who else got kids whopping?
Right.
Wait, what?
They got kids.
Definition,
wop.
please.
Yeah.
They have a kids bop wop.
Yeah. WAP.
Megan
Thee Stallion.
Stallion.
They got a kids bop.
We grew
WAP.
up on Lil' Kim, Trina.
Right.
Little check.
99
That's
to the
the move.
2000.
You
And,
know-
and then one thing about us natural,
Johnny
it's in
Taylor.
our nature to first off, our body tells us when we're horny, and we act off that. It's not like, okay, oh, I want to be horny, and then our body responds. No, your body responds first, and then we start to act on it and stuff, right? It's like
Sometimes Usher react. I be listening to nice and slow sometimes.
But I'm like, since like being sexual is in our nature, you know what I'm saying? In human beings' nature, like that's just in the human nature. Nothing about us spiritually whatsoever. Just in this body, while we're in this body has needs and stuff like that. Like our body tell us when to eat, when to sleep, when to lay down, when you're horny, and when something hits you, you hurt and stuff like that, right? So we're constantly responding to what our body is telling us to. I do believe that if we were a little bit more conscious and we don't let that tell us what to do, and we just, you know what I'm saying, we're able to be more conscious and be more conscious about what sexual decisions we're making and being open about it and not caring what the other Karens are going to say about
But
us,
that you know,
like about you having multiple partners.
I think
and
it
stuff.
depends on the
It's
person.
going to be frowned upon because
that plays
we
on.
come from a country where, oh, get married. People getting married back in 12. They used to sell their kids to get married and stuff like that. So marriage is
That's true.
the all-American thing. Get married, house with the picket
That's
fence
true.
and stuff like that. Monogamy was the thing that's pressed upon us. So now
I
we're
think it
getting to a
depends on
spot
what America
where we
you
able to be
grew up
open.
in too. Because the America I grew up in, I ain't see marriages. I didn't. I ain't. You know, me
saw all
personally,
of
I ain't in real life. I ain't see none of that.
Yeah.
So me personally, I really didn't. Never really. I'm like, oh, they getting divorced. I just be like, I don't want to be like them. Let me figure me out. Because I just,
Well, yeah.
you know, I did the opposite. But I get it. We all want to be married. We all want that love.
Well, see, I think everybody did grow up under
We
different
do.
generations, different cultures, different situations. Like, you know, like back then we saw a lot of, like, I saw a lot of people getting married. You know, used to hear a lot of people, oh, been married 40 years, 50 years, 20 years. Now, you don't hear that. You don't hear that at all. You barely hear that. You barely hear 10 years. You barely hear 5, 6 years. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear that.
Why they be married 30 years and then they be like getting a divorce after you been married 40 years? Y'all like 70. And you finna get a divorce.
That's why I think people should get, like, you supposed to renew your vows. And I think renew your vows as often as possible. Because I think people evolve into a new you, a new self. You know, like, renew your vows as often as possible because you develop new.
Yeah. I think that also plays because a lot of people get comfortable, you know. And, you know, like, even with my religion, we can have more than one wife. And I think, you know, it does help the women out in a lot of places because, like, women are okay with alone time. Like, men, we really don't like alone time. Like, if you really break down men, we either with our significant other or we with our homies, like, or we're working on our craft. Women can work on their craft and spend the rest of the day by themselves. Like, my wife, she can watch TV, make her money, and watch TV. Like, if she miss me, then I'm there. You know, if she don't miss me, I'm out in the living room, you know, doing something. And I feel like, you know, sometimes when it comes to that, it does help the woman because
Shout
now,
out to the wife.
right? You know, shout out to my wife. You know, it does help because, you know, now you got that break from that man, you know, and I think, like he was saying, the reason why that happens is because normally the man is getting on the woman's nerves, but, you know, she ain't got no break from him. She ain't got no break from him, you know, and now they in the house all this time, and now in the 70 and they realizing they about to die, and now it's like, yeah, I don't want to die with you. And now it's like, dang, you know, so now you 70.
Be like when they be saying, like, not trying to cut you up, when
Nah,
they
you
be
good.
like, when folks be married a long time, like, they be like, don't stop dating and stuff like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Like,
You got to. My grandma and my grandpop, they was married for 50-some years. You know, my grandfather passed away at 62. You know, he passed away at 62, and they was married since he was 24 and she was 18. You know, and the one thing that I learned from them, they always did some type of date every weekend, rather it was a casino date or they was going out to eat, or even if my grandfather just whipped up some ribs in the backyard on the grill, you know. And they also made sure that they always had their kids around, they always had their grandkids around, you know. So it's in this society, a lot of people get married because of lust, and a lot of times women be like, hey, well, if you having sex with me, you not having sex with nobody else. So then the man feels obligated to, oh, I gotta do this, or the woman like I want this, or however the situation could be, the man saying they want this from the woman too. And a lot of times people get married because they had sex with somebody, and now those feelings, because obviously when you have good sex, it was good chemistry, but it may just only been good chemistry sexually and not actually mentally. But you confuse that because now you having sex with somebody, you think you got good chemistry with them, you really don't, and now y'all in a marriage for 10, 20 years, and y'all actually really don't like each other, but nobody wants to break up a marriage.
That's because it's a difference between sex mate and soul mate. But we ain't gonna go there. That's a different. That's a different topic.
That's a good one though.
When it comes to either of this, I do wanna. I'm a very free person, and I really don't necessarily believe in right and wrong, because if you don't know yourself, can't nobody tell you about yourself at all. Mm-hmm. Can't nobody tell you about yourself. And the only way that you can learn about yourself is through life lessons. So regardless of
speak on it,
whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? However it is, life is always going to get the the glory out of the situation. God gonna always get the glory out of the situation, because life is always teaching. Regardless, life is always teaching, and regardless if people they disagree or whatever the case may be, it's just like not necessarily knowing who you're trying to build a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Like Fred said, they built their foundation is based off sex. You know what I'm saying? The foundation of them getting to know each other, the foundation of their two souls intertwining for however long they're meant to intertwine for. But it's built off of, you know what I'm saying, good sex. Oh, he look good, he makes
that
sense.
is a major part though.
She juicy and all of that stuff or whatever. She not throw it back, whatever the case may be. Like when that's the popular thing or whatever, and we start to build off that.
Facts.
No wonder things aren't lasting long.
You
know what I'm saying?
Friends.
But still, again, that leads us back to, okay, we're seeing a lot of stuff, but mentally, we just not necessarily there. We don't, I believe, especially colored men in our country, black men specifically, we just don't necessarily have a lot of resources to know, okay, this is something that I need to look for in a person. Like, okay, how would you raise a kid? How would you discipline a kid before we have a baby?
Facts.
It's like, okay, you over here cussing at your child. No, I'm over here talking to my child so that they can learn something.
Yep.
You whooping the child. No, I'm telling my child why not to do this and
Facts.
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things is like, before we get to doing this tango or whatever, I just need to know, like, let's get to know each other. Let's take this cruise. Let's talk or whatever, because we may not meant to have sex together. We may be meant to come together and help somebody else heal and stuff like that. But because my dick hard and her pussy wet,
Facts.
or two dicks hard, whatever the case may be, let's be real, because it's out there, right?
Right.
Or she want to eat her coochie, she want to eat her coochie. You know what I'm saying? When we let those things lead us first, no wonder we end up over you know what I'm saying? Repeating the same damn cycle over.
Some people win that
Same
way,
person,
though.
different body.
Some people do have one night stands and they be together, and it just work out. You know.
I'd had
Go
several.
ahead. No, you supposed to say couple. Go ahead.
I'd had
So
several.
Oh, go ahead. It's more. That's more than a couple. You right.
But I'd had several one night stands where emotions have not been attached at all. Emotions have not.
You had to
been
get your ass up.
I honestly, I feel
It's
like
morning.
No, honestly, like let's
when
go
you're
ahead and
an
go
adult,
there.
though, I
know
think that's just a part of it, being an adult. When you're an adult, if you're single, you're not married, you might get horny. That's just being real. You gonna want to go.
That's how adults play.
You want to fuck. So that's, you want that's realistic.
I like your smile. What a world. It's your girl, T Pretty Smile. Back in the building with another great promo. Every once in a while, life provides us with beautiful moments and milestones that deserve to be celebrated and captured forever. Let B Capture Photography treat you like the superstar you are. She can get that glow, that look, and master that pose, honey. Check her out on Instagram, _B_captured, or you can go to her website, bcapturedphotos.com. Capture your moments with B Captured Photography. So I got another question, though. I got another question. So do y'all think that when a person get cheated on, do y'all think that like leaves room for not cheating or a room for a threesome. If a person has a threesome, does that leave some kind of leeway, like into them going towards like polygamy or out of monogamy?
Me personally, I've had threesomes. It's not for me. It's not my thing, and I feel like you got to try it to know you don't want to do it, but it's just not for me. Some people enjoy it. I know people they like sex parties. They be wild out here, but me personally, like this when I was young, way younger, but you know.
Why you giggle?
But I just me personally.
It's the giggle for me.
He's also way younger.
Yeah, 30.
What you mean way younger?
This nigga said,
12 years.
10 years ago, like when I was 20, 21, like
I probably was like 15. No, I
I
lost
went-
my virginity in the
15.
foursome. That's right.
Man.
Tanya, Vanessa.
boy, he will not name drop.
Tanya, Vanessa, they were sisters too.
He hit them that Keisha.
What's
He
up,
was
Tanya
a-
and
he
Vanessa?
was
Their
the real
brothers was
Future.
watching out. Their little brothers was watching us hump their sister.
He was the real Future.
Yeah.
If I gotta cheat, I'ma leave though. If I gotta cheat, I'm leaving.
Oh, I ain't gonna say that.
I'ma leave because it's like I'm not.
Because you're going to be guilty. You can't show up. You can't stay.
No, it's just that if I think I need to go outside of you, I'm not gonna be with you. So that's just
I think
I
that's
grew
what,
to that
that sounds
when
good.
I
need
when I
you
wanted
to
a
tell the truth.
relationship.
no. That's
But in my
that's
20s,
the truth. Like,
I was a hoe. My
Is
20s was a life, baby.
I you know something that do bother me sometimes. Another thing that I think men do, especially me being a black gay man, I kind of realize some stuff that I used to do was because of a pattern. And then when I realized like, oh, I really don't like this. This is just a pattern of what, you know, before I evolved. And it's something like now, you know, as I turn, you know, I'm 30 now, so it's changed, and it's like I don't. It don't do nothing for me. That's why I'm like, you know, yeah, when you young, you have fun. You, like them life
Right.
lessons. They're like this ain't,
adventures.
you know. We was down at the boom boom room.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
Get it on.
Okay. Yes.
Man,
But I think when you open up to threesomes, you can, you know, like, for example, if, you know, somebody say you in a relationship and you know they trying to persuade you, you know, to do a threesome, you know, come on, you know, I want a threesome, and they finally give in. Okay, come on, we can do this threesome. Next thing you know, it's gonna be like, okay, well, I want you and her. Let's make this a thing. I think they do kind of put it in your mind to come on, let's make this, let's go into polygamy, or let's go into a family type of thing, because you don't open that door. You don't open that door for more, if that makes sense.
yeah.
You know, or even I think cheating too. Like cheating can kind of open that window for that.
I mean, I feel like that all goes back to being open with your partner, though. Like, I feel like if you really want another person, then you might as well not even try to say, oh, let's have a threesome. And then, because at the end of the day, even if your significant other agrees with that, they always going to resent you because they're going to feel like you like snaked your way into that. Like, you made me fall in love with this other person during that threesome for you to then bring this person in your life. And then 9 out of 10 times that backfire anyway, because then they'll start messing around without you and fall in love with each other, you know, more. I feel like, you know, all this, you really have to be open with your partner. Like, that's like, even with me, if I was to go to my wife and say, hey, I think I want a second wife, and she say, okay, well, you know, can we afford it? Can we do this? Da, 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 and I meet all the criteria religiously and financially to be able to get it, that's going to leave the door open for me not to want to go out and cheat, because me and her already had a conversation. Me and her already discussed, hey, you know, I know this is your right religiously. I'm also okay with it. Cool. But now I feel like you got to be open because if you are open and that person say no, then it lets you know that, okay, even if we have this threesome and this turns into a relationship, it's probably not going to last because they already said no. And a lot of times people don't change their mind. They just go along with it because they love you so much. So I feel like if you ask these questions prematurely, then you'll know. Now, if somebody say yeah, and then you say, okay, and can we have threesomes with it, and that's their niche, and they say yeah, you know that you got a chance to work. And I see a lot of people that, you know, I like to talk, you know, non-Islamic and Islamic. I see a lot of people that's not Muslim that have these threesomes, and they be like, yo, she was cool with it, and then she talking about, oh, I'm showing her too much attention, because she probably was never cool. If you would have asked that question before you had the threesome, like, hey, are you okay with me having another girlfriend?
That's where they go to jail. That's why I go to jail.
Mhm.
That be the part where I go to jail. I'm a
Gang,
play.
gang.
I might play cool, and then when you come,
Mm-hmm.
But see, I respect that. I respect that, Fred, because, and I learned, and you know, we work together. So, when I learned that about you, me and I knowing nothing about, you know, Muslim, I did know they can have multiple wives, but I respect that of you because, you know, you can have multiple wives. At first, I was like, ew, like what, multiple wives? But it's not a sex thing, and I always was ignorant to that. That I was like, dang, they could just have multiple wives over just swinging. Like, you know, that's what I thought it was about. You know, I was ignorant.
Right.
But you educated me, and it's different because, like you said, the first thing you said was, okay, it's my finances. So you worried about, you got to take care of her financially.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And it's not just a glorified thing of, oh, I got bitches, I got wives. No, you got to do other things. Just criteria you got to do.
Nah, big
so
facts.
I respect that, and I feel like that's a different type of. That's not even like polypolic. I feel like that's his own category, and I have mad respect for that.
Yeah.
So I feel like now that's something I can feel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got a question. Where did that tradition come from in the religion to have multiple wives?
It's been around since the religion. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had multiple wives. But you know, like she was saying, is the reason because it's like Muslims now. You know, growing up in a society where you're in a non-Islamic country, sometimes you do gravitate. Like one of the biggest things is I listen to music. You know, I'm not supposed to. It's something that I wish I could stop, but I grew up listening to music. So when I converted over, you can't just be like, I'm gonna stop. You know, it's something that I grew up on. You know, a lot of Muslims that want these multiple wives, they take on the thinking of like how they have in the hood. Oh, you gotta fuck multiple bitches to be the man. So they take on, oh, I gotta have multiple wives to be the man. But what having multiple wives is really, are you loving these women? Like that's why I say, am I right as in the religion, and am I right financially? Because can I provide her a higher level of thinking, and can I also be able to take care of her? You know, if I can't provide either one of those things, I shouldn't even be worried about another wife because I can't. And even if she's like, okay, you don't have to pay, I love you, I still have to be on a religious thinking wise, and I also have to be as a man thinking wise. Okay, do I provide value without my money? Do I provide value with her brain? If I don't, then I still don't need to be looking. You know, but you have to. But it's based upon loving other females, not just having multiple sex partners, not just having, oh, I'm mad at this wife, so I'm gonna go to this wife's house. No, you have to love these women, and that's how you know if somebody's really in a polygamy relationship and is working, because they love these women enough that they could be with these women and not have sex with them and still want to provide for every single one of them. A lot of men that get in polygamy, if you're not giving them buns up, or you're not cooking, or you're not doing that, they go into their other wife and they complaining to that wife about that. So now that wife don't like that wife, and now you in this whole messy situation.
ready to fight.
Facts.
Okay. I feel that. I have mad respect for that. Mad respect. Did you want to say something else?
Oh, shit, no.
Okay, so how is entanglement different than like poly or like swinging and things?
I think
I feel like it's the same
it's
thing.
It's a consented.
Cause
It's a
poly is
consented.
entanglement is consented.
Wait a
Technically,
minute.
yeah.
Where y'all get that from? When Jada said entanglement, she was saying, okay, yeah, some a little bit in there, you know.
Right.
She
Feelings
just
are
Will
crossed up.
knew.
I think he.
Yes,
Will
Will knew,
knew.
but when she said entanglement, she was saying that, okay, somebody is a little bit too much with their emotionally involved, and it's getting cropped. Things are, you know what I'm saying, it's not in alignment. Well,
Right.
But she was wrong though. So
I don't know.
she
know
was
what
in the
happened. I don't know
wrong.
nothing
So
about that truth. I can't say who wrong or right. But when entanglement, I'm
Miss
like,
Red
first
Table
off, entanglement. Think about an entanglement. You in web, you all caught up in some stuff. I'm
Right.
Like, damn, I gotta untie some stuff. Stuff tied up. I'm entangled. I need to get out. Right.
Facts.
Entanglement. That don't sound like a
Yeah.
good place to be in. You know what I'm
It
saying?
don't.
I don't want my emotions to be entanglement with your bullshit, with your life. You know what I'm saying? Now you pulling on my love strings and stuff like that. I thought we just fucking and stuff like that. Now I'm getting
Facts.
and stuff. We we hanging out more often, one person got 100% under 1,000% understanding that we ain't doing nothing but just fucking and hanging out with friends and stuff like that. While the other person is really enjoying it. I'm spending all my time with you. I'm developing my emotions. I know what you said, but I got these underlying emotions coming up. Now I'm all entangled and stuff.
Right.
Is it an entanglement if it's private?
If it's fucked
is
up
it
like that, if it's fucked up, that's an entanglement.
Because it seems like to me it's only entanglement is other people know about it. Because that's what caused the entanglementation of the situation.
I don't think entanglements are intentional though. Because like, what if someone, you know what I'm saying, that they have a threesome or whatever, they invite, let's say a couple invite, a heterosexual couple invite a third party, man or woman or whatever, into the bedroom or whatever. And then these, let's say, one of the spouses is sneaking around with the third partner and stuff like that. Now that other person he's like, okay, I gotta leave you alone. Now this person all entangled, they sneaking in your driveway, looking in your window, I'm finna kill both of y'all. Y'all ain't finna fuck with me.
Yeah.
Now that's entanglement. I didn't intentionally put myself in that shit.
Yeah. Okay, Chris Tucker. And that shit.
Entanglement is not intentional to me. Like I just like, damn, how we end up here versus entanglement.
Yeah, I think entanglement start off as like poly, but somewhere across the line, somebody wants it to turn into like a polygamy, you know? Cause even with that Will and Jada situation, I think like Will knew she was messing with guys, like how he was messing with women, but it was just supposed to be that, like, you know, you just go fuck this guy, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it was, I don't think it was anything like, okay, you can be in a full blown relationship, but I think the third party in the situation court feelings and wanted it to be like, okay, he's your husband and I'm your husband number 2, you know, and then that's when it got lines crossed, because now Jada like, oh, take a break, like that's my husband, you'll never be, and now you got the whole entanglement, him feeling some type of way.
Main dude treatment.
Facts.
So look, definition of entanglement.
His ass
Something
Googling.
that entangles, confuses, or ensnares. So confusion and shit like that. I ain't trying to be there on purpose.
That part.
So I think that's an outcome of I think that's a undesirable outcome. Like nobody wants to be in entanglement. I'm all messed up in the head and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's an intentional destination. Well, shit, for me it ain't. I know damn well I ain't. Yeah, let's go ahead and play the fool. Me. Hell no.
Put me there, coach.
There's a couple people I will play a fool for. And I'm in a place right now, you know,
let me clear my throat.
I wouldn't say I'm playing a fool or anything like that, but the conversation that I'm having with this guy or whatever, it's like, do you believe in love at first sight or whatever? Because like the chemistry is there, the conversation is there, and things like that. And it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not afraid like how open I am with like love and stuff like that, and loving people, and then how much I wanted and stuff like that. Like I was in a space where I was like, okay, I don't think I got room to love someone. Like steady telling myself, okay, yeah, not right now. Fuck that. No, I can have everything right now. And the conversation was about, okay, like less than 48 hours of knowing each other. It's just like that high of getting to know someone. And that person is, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and start dating.
So then, did you ever get that feeling like when you like that okay, something gotta be wrong with this person. Where the wrong at? What the wrong at?
My fear wants to run, but my desire for love outweighs my fear to run. Because I've always told myself I feel alone, because I don't know my daddy and stuff like that. And then I never felt like love from my mom and stuff like that. So I always like didn't necessarily know how to operate or whatever, just learning it on my own, learn as you go type stuff, just teaching myself, absorbing what I see. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I can't be too close if I want this type of love before, cause especially when I didn't necessarily receive it in like training. In training growing up, home training, I didn't know how to see love. We was cussing each other out, yelling and stuff. All of that time, I'm 14 in Chicago and stuff like that. I was that type of kid. 500 miles away from home and stuff like that. Mom, where you at? In Chicago. boy, you better get back down here. My mom wasn't like,
Yeah.
get your ass in the house, boy. You all get in the house, whoop yo.
Mhm.
Now my mom, as long as she had, man, she was cool and stuff like that or whatever. So I learned love differently. I learned like, okay, I don't want that, as opposed to learning what I do want. I always saw what I don't want.
Facts.
And so going out into the world kept that, ooh, I don't like that, I don't like that. I don't have a peripheral vision for what the fuck I don't like, as opposed to having that vision for what I do want.
Speak on it.
Knowing exactly what I want, like know that I want somebody to love me to where I know I need some reinsurance, because I'm like, I didn't know what love was coming up. So I'm like, yeah, I may need some reinsurance. I'm communicating that, yeah, I need that reinsurance every now and then, probably twice a day. Tell me you miss me. I need to hear that shit. So we, okay, cool, I'm full. This is what it feels like, because it's brand fucking new to me.
But that can make you vulnerable to open to when you do meet someone, because you want that. So you're just, so you grab, so when you do get that, you grabbing. You get what I'm saying? So you do have to be careful at what you do let in.
I'm good at, I know how to maneuver through vulnerability, I will say. Like,
Okay.
I know how to use my vulnerability. Like, I'm willing to be vulnerable, but not stupid for you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I know how to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. So one thing I do know how to do, make sure that I don't get hurt.
Okay.
I'm good at that. I'm good at avoiding some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with love, I'm like, too good to be true. You don't know that. It's just your negative thinking coming up. Until facts start hitting you in the face, it's like, ignore that negative thinking, Terrell. So
Yeah.
Okay. So we finna try monogamy? That's what this is?
whatever it I'm open to whatever it turns. As long as that I'm happy, as long as that I feel love, as long as that it's true, then I'm there. Whatever it is, whatever's meant for me, I'm here for it. Like all of that stuff. How I'm like, okay, I'm like, just 2 weeks ago, I'm like, okay, maybe I want a man and a woman at the same time. That would be nice. You know what I'm saying?
Period, poo.
So it's like I'm in an open space because I want love. I'm not desperate for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh no, you ain't finna just
open.
You ain't finna use me for my sex. You ain't finna just use me to fill up this emptiness that you carrying
Just
around.
use my meat.
So I'm very wise in things like that or whatever. But
Okay.
I'm open for it. I'm here to receive and
Come
give
on,
love.
the love,
Brother Love.
Okay, look, we done had the bomb show today, y'all. I thank y'all for joining in. Again, we here. We done got Chef Scoota in the building. We done talked about monogamy today. Everything but monogamy. But it seemed like we stayed on the monogamy topic today.
Because you really didn't go in enough about yourself. I heard you say a little something.
What you mean?
I need you to
Because
feel
she a conflicted hoe. She don't know if she want to be a hoe or she want to be a housewife.
I did. I talked about how I'm not in a relationship. I don't do relationship because.
You like being free.
And that's gonna be part 2. So we gonna keep that for part 2. Maybe Chef Scoota, you gonna come back for another episode? Bet. So we gonna have Chef Scoota come back. We're gonna have the Cut Up crew come back with us for show. We're gonna have what? We're gonna Chef Scoota. You tell them again where you got your next event at.
Y'all, May 28th at the Red Room in Southside Lamar, Suite 216, I think. 216. Y'all, I need to see y'all there at 7 p.m. It's going to be lit. Afro DJ food tasting. Get y'all tickets May 20th through the 26th.
Period. We should be seeing y'all getting these tickets. We should be seeing sauce flying off the shelf. Period, Pooh. Tune in for another episode of Real Raw Let's Talk. We out.
Let's get it.